Hey everybody, my name is Matt Spurs and I'm back again with another video about Tottenham Hotspur. In today's video I want to talk about Eric Dier and Davinson Sanchez. In the last two matches, Jose Mourinho has decided to use Eric Dier and Davinson Sanchez as a centre-back partnership, and actually they've proven to be very good together. In the last two matches, they have only conceded one goal, and that was due to a penalty that I felt was a little bit soft. I felt they dealt with Manchester United very well, especially after watching Manchester United demolish Sheffield United. And I felt they dealt with West Ham, although West Ham didn't really give us a lot of trouble. I felt that Mikel Antonio, who usually scores against us, was dealt with. He didn't really cause us any trouble. And actually what I have done since then is I've looked back to see if they have partnered together at any time at all this season. And I realised that they were used as a partnership 3 times, actually, by Maurizio Pochettino. The first game was against Colchester United in the League Cup, which we lost on penalties. However, they didn't concede in normal time. So there's another match that they played together where they didn't concede a goal. The next time they played together was in the Champions League away to Red Star Belgrade. We won that match 4-0, and included Giovanni Lo Celso's first goal. But again, they didn't concede a goal in that game, although maybe Red Star Belgrade are not top quality opposition. So far that's 4 games, and they've only conceded 1 goal to a penalty. And the other game they played in was Maurizio Pochettino's last game, which was a 1-1 draw against Sheffield United. And again, they conceded the goal. I believe it was a goal in open play in that one. And maybe we were lucky in that game as well, because we could have conceded another one. But I think VAR saved us. So we could have lost that game as well. But we didn't, we drew. Thanks, VAR. But you can see that they were partnered together 5 times so far this season, and they haven't really conceded a lot of goals. I think that is something to cheer about, especially as Tottenham fans, because this season I think we've conceded a lot more than we have done in previous years. I think that's down to the fact that Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld have aged this season. I think Jan Vertonghen, who will probably leave once his contract expires at the end of the current season, and Toby Alderweireld will probably follow him. Maybe not this season, but maybe at the end of the next one. Because obviously Toby is now in his 30s. One good thing about Eric Dier and Davinson Sanchez is they are both young. I know Eric Dier has been with us for many years now, actually, since 2014. But Dier joined us as a very young guy, actually. And I think Dier now is around 25, 26 years old. So he's pretty much in his prime years. And Davinson Sanchez, I think, is around 23, 24 years old. So it's a fairly young partnership, and they could blossom together for a number of years still. I think with a manager such as Jose Mourinho as well, who is known to be a defensive, counter-attacking coach, I think he can really coach these guys to be better players. I like Davinson Sanchez, mainly because he's a very fast player. He has a lot of space, a lot of pace. Although sometimes he does have a little bit of a mistake in him, I think he's generally a good defender. He plays the ball very well, and like I said, he's quite quick. Eric Dier, on the other hand, maybe if you said to me a few months ago for Eric Dier to be centre-back, I would have said no, I prefer him in central midfield. But I think in the last couple of games he's proven that he's probably more of a centre-back than a centre midfielder. But I think playing in centre midfield with players like Dembele when he was at Spurs, and other players will probably help him when he becomes a regular centre-back. And to be honest with you, I think Eric Dier is slowly becoming the first choice centre-back at Tottenham. Jose Mourinho obviously likes him because I think he tried to buy him at Manchester United. And obviously he's a very versatile player as well. Again, he's good on the ball. So both of the players, Dier and Sanchez, I think are good ball-playing defenders, which is a kind of defender we've known at Tottenham because both Vertonghen and Alderweireld are both considered to be ball-playing defenders as well. Obviously, that will mean next season we will probably have Tanganga and Alderweireld in reserve. But obviously, like I brought you in my video yesterday, we are chasing another central defender from South Korea. So maybe we could see Tanganga move onto one of the fullback positions, maybe as a cover for Serge Aurier, because we do need cover at right back, and maybe Juan Foyth is not really good enough. And also I've heard that he's probably not going to stay at Spurs for very long. I don't think Jose Mourinho rates him as highly as Mauricio Pochettino did. But anyway, I think what we should do until the end of the season is continue with Dier and Sanchez. And I think it was proven in the seasons where we did very successful in 2016 and 2017, having a solid back four is a good base to build on. So if we can allow the back four we currently have to get used to playing with each other and stick with it, and obviously with Jose Mourinho, maybe he can coach them to become better. I think Serge Aurier has become a much better player since Jose Mourinho has been there anyway. Maybe next season we can have a more solid back four. I think in the last two games as well, we have generally become more of a Jose Mourinho team. We're very pragmatic, but I think we counter-attack very well. But anyway, tell me, what do you think in the comments? Do you think Dier and Sanchez are the way to go? Or do you think maybe we should buy another centre-back? If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and tell your friends. And until next time, come on you Spurs.